Good morning. We're live at 11:39. David Carroll with Lori Mitchell, and we're talking about the Amber Alert you've been hearing about. The missing Ray County teenager Trinity Quinn has been found safe in Nashville.
Yeah, thank goodness. The man she is with is in connection to a deadly shooting in Nashville last night. You're looking at a live picture right now, courtesy of WSMV, the NBC affiliate in Nashville. You can see all of the SWAT teams there, the Metro police cars. This is the area where the 15-year-old was just found a short time ago. She is said to be doing okay. People on the scene have seen her, and she appeared to be unharmed. And
this is at Charlotte Pike and Old Hickory Boulevard in Nashville. Now we're talking about 28-year-old Daniel Clark and 15-year-old Trinity Quinn. Now the two had been seen yesterday in Dayton, Tennessee before they were found today. As many of you have heard, Trinity Quinn, a student in Ray County. And we're glad to report that despite the fears of many people who had feared the worst, that everybody's okay. Now, unfortunately, there was a scene last night in which Clark is believed to have shot a gas station clerk dead at an Exxon station in Nashville last night at 9:30.
And the video that you're looking at right now, that is 15-year-old Trinity. She appears to be, again, okay. You could see an officer there helping her with her boots. And something that is interesting to note, she is in handcuffs. She has her hands behind her back. Police do have her in custody. We're not sure at this point what is next. We do imagine she'll probably be going to a local hospital. She'll probably be checked out, and then of course police will want to talk to her.
And this is a story we began covering last night, and many of you may have noticed your mobile devices going off this morning. About an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, as an Amber Alert was issued by the TBI. At first, they had considered her a runaway, but after further investigation, they determined there were reasons for concern. And Daniel Clark, we're investigating him, as are many others today, has posted some very disturbing items on Facebook, like what you're seeing right here. And then after the shooting last night at the Exxon station, that certainly raised the alerts and the concerns of everybody, fearing that perhaps Trinity Quinn might be in danger.
A lot of red flags on his Facebook page, David. We've been digging into his past. We've done a background check here at Channel 3, and so far it does not appear he has any kind of criminal background or history. But right there you see those disturbing Facebook messages. It looks like he's very active on social media up until last week, posting a lot of selfies of himself, saying things like, "I'm going to go hang myself, I'm crazy." And then this morning, after that Amber Alert was issued, people have been on his Facebook page, which is public, commenting, "Just bring the girl home. Please bring her back safely." People very concerned, of course, about what happened last night at that gas station in Nashville.
And Nashville investigators are trying to determine exactly what triggered that fatal shooting. Now, last night, the mother of Trinity Quinn told us that Daniel Clark was a family friend, and she believed that her daughter had, as she put it, a teenager crush on him. So the good news for today is that the 15-year-old girl is okay. And as you saw a little earlier, she has been is being checked out by the police. And Daniel Clark faces a lot of questions as to why he took the girl, what the intentions and motives were, maybe what they had planned to do or where they had planned to go. But certainly we're grateful that this young girl is safe today.
That is the most important thing. And of course, that Amber Alert just issued around 9:30. I believe he was even escalated to the TBI's top 10 most wanted fugitive list. So this was a very urgent situation in Nashville. That search went on all night long after the gas station shooting and murder of a 58-year-old gas station clerk. And just for some perspective, this is a very busy part of town in Nashville. It's the western part of the city. There's a lot of residential areas there, a lot of businesses, shopping areas. So this was very disruptive throughout the morning to people trying to get out of their homes and get to work.
And there were concerns this morning also at a school in Nashville. That's one of the things we woke up to today. We had heard that a SWAT team had surrounded the former building of Brookmead Elementary School, which is near that gas station in which the fatal shooting happened last night. There was a helicopter circling the area. And it was about a half hour ago we heard that police had Clark cornered, and that has resulted in an arrest without incident, which is what we were all hoping for.
We're still waiting for details about how all of that transpired, how police were actually able pinpoint him. Did he go willingly, voluntarily? We're just not sure about those details right now. They're still coming in, and we are hoping to learn more. Again, we have a crew headed to Nashville right now. We have a crew in Ray County, and we're also working with the NBC affiliate in Nashville, WSMV, to get some more of those details confirmed.
And our thanks to WSMV. They've been providing information, and we've also been following their social media posts, the station itself, as well as their reporters. We're going to take a little break here. We will, of course, be following this story throughout the day, and we'll have continuous coverage on this successful arrest and recovery of 28-year-old Daniel Clark and 15-year-old Trinity Quinn.
Good news to report for sure at this hour. Yeah, and be sure to go to our website and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. We are posting the most up-to-date information there right now. We'll see you here at noon.
With coverage you can count on, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at noon.
And good afternoon, Tennessee Valley. Thanks so much for watching Eyewitness News at noon. I'm Lori Mitchell, and we begin this hour with some breaking news happening right now. An active search in Nashville for a missing Ray County teenager has ended. Our partners at WSMV in Nashville have been on the scene where Daniel Clark and Trinity Quinn were taken into custody, and the gas station where Clark is accused of shooting and killing 58-year-old John Daniel Stevens, a clerk on gas station last night. Kim St. Ange is live with more on the capture of the pair. Good afternoon, Kim.
Hi, Lori. So just about 30 minutes or so ago, we watched as police SWAT crews swarm this area here in West Nashville. We're guessing it's about 3 or so miles from that Exxon gas station where Clark's accused of shooting and killing the clerk last night. So take a look. There's still some officials here. This area obviously has been blocked off. But if you see on this the left side of your screen there's an official kind of near that wooded area. That is where they were found hiding. In fact, they were not too far in. So like I mentioned, we watched as police swarmed it. They had guns drawn. We could hear them screaming to Clark and Quinn. And within about a minute or so after that, we watched as they brought Clark out. He had handcuffs on and was taken to one of the nearby vehicles, and obviously has since left this area. And then shortly after that, we watched as police also then walked 15-year-old Trinity Quinn outside. She too had her hands behind her with handcuffs on. They took her into an SUV, and from my vantage point here, which is not too far from where they were found, she appeared to be okay. I want to mention this obviously is a wooded area where she was found, but take a look here to the right. There's quite a few townhomes in this area, so we were talking to some people who live nearby, and you can just imagine what their reaction was when they learned that they were found just steps from some of their front doors. Just shock and total fear. But obviously, this is best case scenario for police. We're talking about, this missing girl since Monday from Dayton, Tennessee, and now to have her safe and, of course, Daniel Clark in custody really is the best way you could have a situation like this end. Lori?
All right, yeah, we're also happy that she was found safe and that he has been apprehended. Thank you so much for that report, Kim. Clark also was added to the TBI Top 10 Most Wanted list this morning, shortly before the two were taken into custody. Now let's go live to Channel 3's Kate Smith, who is in Dayton, where Trinity was last seen in her home community. And Kate, I know you've been in contact last night and this morning with her mom. What is the family's reaction right now that they know she's been found safe?
Lori, you can imagine, Mom is speechless. We caught her while she was driving into her driveway. She got out of the car and she just said she didn't have any words. She was just so excited. She can't wait to get her arms around Trinity and say she loves her. Currently, they're in their house right now, packing, getting ready to head to Nashville. She says that she's going to worry about anything else later on. Right now, she just wants to worry about her daughter's safety and hugging her and seeing her face. She was last seen at Race Central Elementary School. That's where she was supposed to head to the high school, and when she was, they tell us she was put into a car. She went into someone's car. They believe that was Daniel Clark's car, and then she went and she was missing. Her mom hasn't heard from her since Monday morning. She says she's just really excited to see her, and we're hoping to get some more from Mom as she's leaving her house. But for now, I'm live in Dayton. Kate Smith, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Kate, I can't even imagine the relief she felt when she got that phone call. That certainly certainly is good news to report. Thank you. And just to recap, Metro Police tweeting some information saying it was a dump truck driver that actually first spotted Quinn standing on the side of the road and notified police. This was on Old Hickory Boulevard, and she was standing behind some trees. Oh, here at Channel 3, we ran a background check this morning on Daniel, and it does not appear he has any sort of criminal record or own a registered weapon. Again, he is the suspect in the deadly shooting of a gas station clerk last night, an Exxon gas station in the West Nashville area. We're also learning more about Daniel Clark from his social media presence. On Facebook, it appears his last job was at a Dayton automotive company, and his employment ended back in October of 2016. Clark lists his relationship status as single. Some of his posts are disturbing, like the one last week that said, "Maybe I'm insane, but did you know I'm crazy?" And quote, "Think I'll go hang myself now." There are many others on that public Facebook page. There are also several comments by others this morning begging Clark to bring 15-year-old Trinity Quinn home safely to her family. Again, Daniel Clark that you were just hearing about is who 15-year-old Trinity Quinn was with. They were just captured and put in custody after they were last seen in Nashville at an Exxon on Charlotte Pike when Clark shot and killed the gas station clerk. We do have a crew on the way to Nashville right now, and of course we'll continue to keep you updated on this story throughout Eyewitness News at noon and online at WRCBTV.com. We want to continue to follow that breaking news that we've been telling you about all morning long, and we're told that Metro Nashville Police are getting ready to brief the media and the public on the capture of 28-year-old Daniel Clark and 15-year-old Trinity Quinn. Let's go live to that report right now.
It was just happenstance that as he was investigating the homicide at the Exxon that he gets this Facebook alert on his phone about this endangered 15-year-old, and then he knew immediately that these two individuals were homicide suspects.
Has a weapon been found at this point?
Mr. Clark was carrying a backpack. He was carrying a backpack last night at the market, and he has a backpack this morning. That backpack has not yet been searched. We did have a police dog check the immediate area. At this point, no firearms have been seized, but again, we have not gone into the backpack.
Can you tell us about their demeanor when they were taken into custody?
Well, there was a team of special response team officers, again, who are SWAT trained, who had this immediate area flooded. They had no alternative but to surrender.
He didn't resist arrest or anything?
He did not.
They were found out, I guess, are both of them from Dayton or just the younger?
We'll need to gather more information about this from the Dayton East Tennessee Police Department.
What can you tell us about what happened at that market where the murder happened?
This was a brutal homicide of market clerk John Stevens. They entered the market. The 15-year-old shopped around for a moment. Clark went up to the counter. He had a gun initially low on the counter as he conversed with Mr. Stevens. Ultimately, he raised the gun higher. We think he fired a shot. He then raised the gun, pointing it at Mr. Stevens' head during this conversation. Mr. Stevens attempted to get the gun away or knock it away from his head. At that point, Mr. Clark took a step back and opened fire. Mr. Stevens was shot multiple times. After Mr. Stevens went to the ground, Clark went around the counter, pulled his body out from where it was, appears to have gone through his pockets. They then went outside. They took keys. Once outside, they went to a vehicle, but they did not have the keys to that particular vehicle. Mr. Clark shot the windows out of that vehicle after he couldn't gain entry. Obviously, it was he had the wrong set of keys, so the vehicle wouldn't move, wouldn't start. And then we saw them on video leaving the rear of those businesses. As you know, the police department, having identified them during the overnight hours, we've been looking for them through extensive means, every means at our disposal. And ultimately, it was a citizen who had seen news accounts this morning that we were looking for these two, who saw this young lady saw that she matched the description, had the clothing description that was put out this morning, and went down to the intersection and called the police department.
Can you tell us where Quinn has been taken now, as she's a juvenile?
Both individuals are being taken to the West Precinct. We will attempt to question them. Again, let me say both individuals are under investigation for homicide. Both are homicide suspects. It is this police department's belief that Ms. Quinn had opportunity at the market to flee. We do not see any indication that she was being held against her will.
Where was Quinn at the time of the shooting?
Say again?
Where was Quinn at the time of the shooting?
Standing inside the market near the front door. Well, we have video, but we don't have audio, so we are not privy to the conversation that took place between Clark and Stevens. These two individuals have been taken to the West Precinct for questioning. We hope to learn more.
Why were they outside the vehicle here in the tree line?
Outside what vehicle?
You said the person in the dump truck saw the girl standing here in the tree line or outside looking around.
Yeah, they were not in a vehicle. The dump truck driver, as he was traveling on Old Hickory Boulevard, saw the 15-year-old standing on the edge of the road, just kind of looking around, perhaps trying to get her bearings. I don't know. And it was at that point that he recognized her as matching the description of the person we were looking for, went down to the intersection and called police. The special response team has been out all night in this immediate area looking for them. These are plainclothes officers wearing vests, of course, that markings with police department markings, and unmarked SUVs, and immediately saturated this area. The dump truck driver actually brought them back up into this area and pointed out the last place he saw Quinn. And when the special response team got onto the ground, they could see them back in the wood line sitting on the embankment, out of view if you were traveling on Old Hickory Boulevard.
Police stopped at a number of different homes throughout the neighborhoods. I mean, was there
say again?
Police stopped at a number of different homes in the neighborhood as well as the school across the street. Any indication that they did make it inside, or I mean, any stops along the way there?
Not at this point. Again, that will be some of the questions we would ask during interviews. As far as we know, these individuals are not familiar with Nashville. We do know that the van that they were in was left in the Walmart parking lot, and they had no immediate means of travel, knowing that they didn't have a vehicle to flee with from the Exxon market. The investigation to this point has shown that they were in the Walmart parking lot as early as yesterday morning. And we know that they had entered Walmart at some point yesterday morning shopping around. We're talking with Walmart, getting surveillance video from them to ascertain exactly what they were doing in the Walmart yesterday.
Can you say who the dump truck driver is?
I cannot.
Do we know what they did after they shot this clerk? Do we know if they stayed out in the woods all night? Or?
Again, they've been taken. They have not been asked any questions here. They've been taken to the West Precinct, where we hope they will answer our questions.
Have their parents been notified at all, or is there any conversation with them at this point?
The 15-year-old's parent was notified that we were looking, that she was involved in an incident here. They were notified during the night, so they wouldn't be shocked when they turned on the news this morning and saw that.
Any indication that they actually stole money from that convenience store, or just the keys to get another vehicle?
Well, we know that he went through the pockets of Mr. Stevens. I do not know at this moment what exactly Mr. Stevens had in his pockets other than keys. So what exactly may have been taken from the market remains to be seen.
And you have been listening to a live news conference given by Metro Nashville Police Public Information Officer Don Aaron, briefing the media on the capture of 28-year-old Daniel Clark and 15-year-old Trinity Quinn. The big new information to come out of that news conference is that both individuals are now at the West Precinct, and both individuals are now being under investigation for homicide. As we go to break, let's take another look at the scene where the Ray County teen at the center of the Amber Alert and Daniel Clark were taken into custody just an hour or so ago. Clark, the man she is with, is now wanted in connection to a deadly shooting in Nashville. We do have a crew on the way to Nashville right now. We have team coverage for you coming up later today. And now is a good time to download our Channel 3 app. We are sending out updates as we get them. We'll be right back.
With coverage you can count on, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at noon.
Welcome back, Tennessee Valley. It's 12:30. Thanks so much for watching Channel 3 Eyewitness News at noon. I'm Lori Mitchell, and today is Wednesday, May 3rd. We begin this half hour with some more of that breaking news we've been telling you about happening right now. An active search in Nashville for a missing Ray County teenager has ended. 15-year-old Trinity Quinn was last seen on Monday. Today, the TBI issued an Amber Alert for Daniel Clark, the man she was with, who is now accused of shooting and killing a gas station clerk last night. And we just learned from Metro Police that both the teen and Daniel are now being questioned by Metro Police and are both homicide suspects in the fatal shooting of that gas station clerk. We want to go now to Channel 3's Kate Smith. She is in Ray County. She's outside Ray Central Elementary School where the teen was last seen leaving. And Kate, I know you have been in contact with the mother and the family last night, this morning. What are they saying at this hour?
Well, as you can imagine, the family is just really excited that Trinity is alive and that she is safe. We haven't been able to get the mom to talk to us yet about the most recent developments that police are naming her daughter a suspect in the murder of that store clerk in Nashville. But earlier today, we were able to chat with mom as she was pulling into her driveway moments after she learned that her daughter was safe. Take a listen to what she had to say.
Found her?
I can't explain it. She's unarmed. She's safe. That's all I asked for.
So you're headed to Nashville right now to get her?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know. We're just headed there because we're 3 hours away, and then we're supposed to be contacted by the police up there. So we're just figured we would head on because we're so far away.
Her mom did tell me that she's not worried about anything else right now. She just really wants to see her daughter, give her a hug, tell her that she loves her. She did tell me that they are headed to Nashville, so we are expecting them to leave their home at any minute now, and we will try to get information about the latest development, and as soon as we get more information, we'll be sure to pass that along to you. But for now, I'm live in Dayton. Kate Smith, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Kate, no doubt a difficult time for that family. Thank you so much. And we want to go to Nashville. Channel 3's Cameron Taylor has been en route this morning. We're told he just got there, and he's at the scene gathering some information about the surrender of the teen and the 28-year-old man she was with in Nashville. Cameron, what have you been able to learn so far?
Yeah, Lori, as you mentioned, we just got here moments ago, and I kind of want to direct you to the scene that we're seeing at the moment from police. It appears that it is wrapping up. Just moments ago, police were looking at Daniel Clark's backpack. He left it in the woods right there. It appears everything seems to be all right at the moment, but we're learning from police that it was a dump truck driver that spotted 15-year-old Trinity Quinn, and then they called police. And then moments later after that is when police arrived here to the woods, and we are at Old Hickory Boulevard and Charlotte Pike. That's in the West Nashville area, and both of them are in custody at the moment. Police were telling us earlier that it didn't appear that Quinn tried to get away from any of this, that she was being held against her will, and so both of them are being looked at as suspects for last night's homicide at the Exxon gas station, which is just down the road. So really, this scene extends, I wouldn't even say more than a mile or two at the moment. Everything that we've seen from earlier today, from the gas station to the school that they looked at, and then finally here in the woods, really all close together. So that's kind of the latest update that we have here from Nashville at the moment. We're gathering more info from police, the TBI, and of course, we are waiting to hear from Trinity Quinn's family as well, who is on their way as we speak. We're now live in Nashville. Cameron Taylor, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And Cameron, thank goodness for that alert dump truck driver who saw the pictures on Facebook this morning and called police. All right, we did run a background check on Daniel, and it does not appear he has any sort of criminal record or own a registered weapon. Again, he is the suspect in the deadly shooting of the gas station clerk last night in Nashville. We're also learning more about Daniel from his social media presence. Facebook, it appears his last job was at a Dayton automotive company, and his employment ended back in October of 2016. Clark does list his relationship status as single. Some of his posts, however, are disturbing, like the one last week that said, quote, "Maybe I'm insane, but did you know I'm crazy?" And another one that said, "Think I'll go hang myself right now." There are also several comments this morning by others, strangers, begging Clark to bring 15-year-old Trinity Quinn home after they learned of that Amber Alert that was issued around 9:30 this morning. Again, Daniel Clark, that you're just hearing about, is who 15-year-old Trinity Quinn was with. They were just captured a short time ago in Nashville. They've been taken into custody, and they apparently are both being questioned in connection with a homicide, the killing of a gas station clerk at an Exxon station last night in West Nashville. We do have a crew on the scene. We're gathering more information here, and this is a story we're going to continue to monitor throughout the day. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and of course on our website. And as we go to break, we want to go back to Nashville and take a look at the developing and breaking news we've been telling you about all morning long. This is West Nashville, Old Hickory Boulevard. Metro Police just holding a news conference a short time ago confirming Daniel Clark and the Amber Alert teen Trinity Quinn are both homicide suspects in the fatal shooting of a gas station clerk. Trinity is safe. She's okay. She was unharmed, but police are now questioning both of them in connection to that murder. We'll have more details when we come back. And now recapping our top story of the day. Missing Ray County teen now in custody in Nashville along with a man she left with, Daniel Clark. Her name is Trinity Quinn. She's 15 years old. This is the scene in Nashville a couple of hours ago. An all-out manhunt last night for the two of them after they are both believed to be involved in the fatal shooting of a gas station clerk. We're told Metro Police has both individuals in custody. They are both being questioned as we speak. Police have said it was an alert citizen, a dump truck driver driving through Old Hickory Boulevard, who noticed the teenager standing on the side of the road and called police. That is what led to their capture. She is safe. He is okay as well. Again, Metro Police talking to them both right now. We do expect to learn more throughout the day, and of course we will keep you posted as soon as that information comes to us. But right now we want to go to David and talk about the beautiful weather out there.
Yes, ma'am. Beautiful today, at least. Get up to 83 this afternoon. Your storm alert 7-day forecast is going to show rain moving in, probably most of it, Lori, moving in tomorrow evening into tomorrow night, but we could see a few showers early in the day as well. Rain showers on and off through the day Friday as well, and then we hit that beautiful weekend we've been talking about. Cool mornings, great afternoons, lots of sunshine. It'll be a little bit cooler, upper 60s, right around 70, and then we warm right back into the upper 70s by Tuesday.
Wonderful. And we do have live team coverage in Nashville. We have a crew there, a crew in Ray County. We're gathering more details about this breaking news situation here, and we'll have much more throughout the day on our social media platforms, and of course beginning at 5 o'clock. We'll see you then.